It's Monday, December 1st. I'm meteorologist Kalin Mitchell in the CTV News Atlantic Weather Center with an update for the Maritimes. We do have some active weather to talk about. As we went through Sunday night and into Monday, we did have a weather front make its way across the region. It brought in mostly rain, but there were some snowfall reports in the northwest of New Brunswick between around 2 and 12 centimeters. Now, in behind that system, we're seeing some partial clearing for the remainder of Monday and a scattered mixture of some showers and some flurries as there's some colder air that's beginning to move in off the continent. Let's talk about that colder air arriving as we move into Monday evening and Monday night. By 5 p.m. in the region, most of the temperatures in Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and southern areas of New Brunswick will have fallen into a range of around 0 to 4 degrees, with northern areas of New Brunswick seeing temperatures fall between -2 and -6. It is going to be a colder night region-wide. By 9 p.m., most of the temperatures for the Maritimes will be around or a few degrees below the freezing mark, except several degrees below for northern, central, and western areas of New Brunswick. And the overnight low temperatures, this again is Monday night into Tuesday morning, for many areas in New Brunswick will fall between -14 and -8, except as cold as -17 up in the northwestern corner of that province. And for Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia tonight, most of the low temperatures between -4 and -8. This is a taste of some of that polar air that moved down with the polar vortex towards parts of Hudson Bay. And it's important for our forecast towards the middle part of the week because we have that cold air in place and we've got an approaching coastal low pressure system. So this means that on Tuesday, it's going to be increasing cloudiness. And by the time we get to Tuesday afternoon, we're likely to see the arrival of some snow for areas of New Brunswick, as well as initially for parts of Nova Scotia. Now, this is going to be a bit of a December mixer for the Maritime region, a combination of snow, rain, and some gusty winds. So let's take a closer look at it on our forecast timeline. So here we are as we've made our way through Tuesday afternoon into the start of the evening. Snow is falling in areas of New Brunswick as well as Prince Edward Island and parts of Nova Scotia, except already beginning to turn over to rain around the southwestern coastline of Nova Scotia. And the rain-snow line with this weather system as we move through Tuesday evening and Tuesday night is expected to push up initially and cross the entirety of Nova Scotia with the exception of the Cape Breton Highlands. As we move late into Tuesday night and early Wednesday morning, snow will still be falling and accumulating, though, for large areas of New Brunswick as well as Prince Edward Island. And in the early morning hours of Wednesday, as some colder air comes into the back edge of that rain, there are parts of Nova Scotia that will turn back to some accumulating snow. And that includes parts of Cumberland and Colchester counties, especially at the higher elevations, and some of the interior areas and higher elevations in the west of Nova Scotia as well. So once again, this weather system, a mixture of snow and rain for the region, snowiest conditions in southern, southeastern areas of New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and interior areas and higher elevations of mainland Nova Scotia, as well as the Cape Breton Highlands. The system as well is going to be accompanied by some high and gusty north and northeast winds. So a snowfall outlook for it, where the greatest expectation for some snowfall amounts that could be 15 centimeters or more is going to be around the southeast New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and again, northern areas of Nova Scotia, especially up in higher terrain. That, of course, could make for some tricky driving conditions. You want to be careful about the usual spots, parts of the 8, 10, and 12 that climb up into higher elevations, as well as Cobequid Pass area, the 104 in around Mount Tom, moving up past Amherst, up on the Cabot Trail as it climbs up into higher elevations, and the roads and highways extending from Prince Edward Island, Charlottetown, and into that southeastern corner of New Brunswick. We do have special weather statements in effect by Environment Canada out for the southeast New Brunswick and PEI, calling for potential snowfall amounts of 15+ centimeters, accompanied by those high and gusty northeast winds. And for Nova Scotia, it's a mix. It could be snow 15 to 35 centimeters at those inland higher elevations, rain 30 to 50 millimeters on the Atlantic coast, and northeast gusts of 70 to 90 kilometers per hour. Please monitor for any of these statements to be upgraded to watches or warnings for your area. You can find news and weather updates anytime at ctvnewsatlantic.ca.